I don't know how it's gonna equal out. I mean, it's just that's the first thing I thought of was him turning back to Sanji. Nothing happened.
Yeah, and I think.
Are we gonna get another one of those moments?
I don't know, and it doesn't really. I don't think it said how much later he's going to suffer the consequences.
Dude, he'll probably have like a come to Jesus moment right before Jinbei's about to fuck him up and be like, he like reveals something that like it was like Jinbei's brother or some shit. I ride my bike like 4 or 5 miles a day, and like since I moved to I don't know if I'm gonna cut that out or not. It's near LSU. Let me mark that real quick.
By the way, here's my address, everybody.
Speaking of fire hazards, we have a fucking fire-ass episode coming to the Weebing with Wes Empire, the Broke Knock Life Network. It's episode number 26 of Weebing with Wes, and it's been I think it's been like 2.5 weeks, 2 or 2.5 weeks since we've last seen everybody, since we've last spoken about some One Piece. Yeah, I looked at the last YouTube video, and it says 2 weeks ago, but I think it's 3 weeks because I think they don't calculate that third week until like the exact
full week.
Yeah, until I'm pretty sure it's like right up next to 3 weeks. But nonetheless, we have a fucking amazing episode coming to y'all straight from straight from the dungeon. I don't know. I was trying to come up with something, but it fell through. Just like this dude's joke at the open mic, he was trying to do crowd work on me. I'm an easy crowd work guy because I mean, dude, look at my Harry Potter glasses, the painted nails, the silver rings. I was wearing a purple button-up shirt that I usually. You've seen the purple button-up shirt that I wear, and he was like trying to make a correlation between. He was trying to say that like I look like I'm from Denham Springs or Walker. And I'm like, I don't. Like, that doesn't even, like, make any sense. If I was wearing, like, some hick shit, then...
Yeah, like some fucking ripped up blue jeans or, like, some, like a white beater or something like that.
And, like, a fishing hat with the netting in the back and shit.
Yeah. There you go.
No disrespect. I love my hicks out there, but like make a better correlation, make a better like crowd work joke because I was sitting like right in front. Me, Tyler, and Kingsley were like up front and center, and then I was easy target. I mean, I like it. If it's a good comic, like I'll go with the crowd work. But like I didn't give him anything, and I kind of felt bad because like I was 2 drinks deep and I was kind of drunk already. So like he was like, "You're from Denham, aren't you? Huh?" And then I looked at him. I didn't say a word. I just stared. And then he's like, "From Walker, huh?" And then I was like, "Nah." And then he's like, "Dude, you gotta give me something." He's like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "I'm from Metairie." And he's like, it didn't go with his joke or whatever, and it just completely shut him down. Like, dude, say that like I crawled up from the sewers of Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always wearing purple and fucking. I was wearing purple and green. Like, dude, make the connections, man.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, if you're gonna do crowd work, make sure it's good, and then I'll go along with it. Because the first guy I went to a couple Wednesdays ago actually was funny, and I was going along with him. He was like coming off of me. He was like, "This guy gets it," and I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, it was great. But anyway, nonetheless, I don't know where I was going with that. Episode 26, Weebing with Wes. We have a special... I played this on Broke Knock Life episode... I'm not going to say the number because I don't know exactly for sure. I think it's the last one we did. It's Gazy Had from... it's a new track from the Deck and the Mac and the Back of the Sack on SoundCloud. But this one isn't on SoundCloud. I bought this as an exclusive beat from him, and I made a song over it. It's on my SoundCloud, but... Go check out Dak shit. But anyway, this is the song, and I'm gonna update y'all on some new TeePublic store pillow merchandise. And let's get right into the Dak track with the Mac in the Back of the Sack. I don't know if you can hear that. I know you couldn't hear it last time, but maybe Zoom.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, cool. Well, anyway, Morgan keeps telling me, I keep doing it like at the end of the fucking podcast where I'm like, comment, subscribe, and like I need to remember to do it at the beginning. So, like, comment, subscribe to the Spotify, follow the Apple Podcast. I know Apple Podcasts now have, like, a new subscription feature, and everybody's like updating to get on the podcast train right now. So
for sure.
really wherever you listen to your podcast is where you'll find us. Just follow. We post now. We're gonna start posting pretty frequently, or not really frequently, but just like back on the schedule as in Monday is new Broke Knock Life episodes, and then Thursdays are Weebing with Wes episodes. But anyway, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, and the new TeePublic merch I wanted to mention is I have on the store now the Zoro and Sanji Jolly Rogers.
We got the
Shout out.
the Sanji one right here. You know, gotta rep my boy.
God damn, dude, that looks so dope though.
Dude, it is. The fucking purple, I think, was like a great choice. Like, I didn't know how I was feeling about it whenever I chose it, but then it came in and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what saves it? It's that white background I did.
Yeah,
it makes it
sure.
like it plasters onto the shirt. I originally wanted to make it like a sticker, and then it just like looked good on the t-shirts. But I'm making, let's see, I'm making the Robin, Usopp, Jinbei, and Luffy Jolly Rogers. I already have them. Probably like a final draft right now. I just got to do some touch-ups, and then they're gonna go on the pillows. They're gonna go on the shirts. They're gonna go on whatever. And they look dope as shit. Because the pillows are double-sided too, and they're actually like good material. It's not like it's not like a shitty Dollar Tree pillow. It's TeePublic.
Yeah, you've never used the TeePublic stuff before. The shirts, like you can choose the different quality or different types of shirts.
Yeah.
The soft one, I think is what it was called. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, you have like the regular and then like extra soft, because I know they had the extra soft for the tank tops. That's what I have.
Yeah.
Bam. I wear this tank top too much, bro. Too much. It's just so fucking comfy, and I'm a tank top guy.
I've had this shirt for like a week and a half or something. I think I've worn it like 3 times already.
Dude, those type of shirts are just like easy to just slip on and just chill in. I love shit like that. Let me,
and they're pretty breathable too, which is nice because it's getting kind of hot over here.
Yep.
Springs.
It's mainly why I wear a tank top. I think it's because I've adapted to having all of the electronic heat from all these monitors and like the lights and shit. So like I've evolved as a human being to like to always like overcome my climate in my room.
You're wet.
But yeah, that's a Gazy had. That's an exclusive beat from the Dak Attack with the Mac in the back of the sack. His SoundCloud link will be in the description below, as always. And I have there's a loose dab on my. That's bad.
You gotta hit it.
There's just a tiny little dab nugget that just escaped my my scooping earlier, I guess. CBD dab, by the way. Oh, speaking of CBD and speaking of dank and shit, let's lower this down and let's get into some of the real shit that we're about to get into. So I mentioned that we're gonna have somewhat of a more static schedule. I say that, but this will probably be the last week that things will be fucky because I'm going out of town. July 12th through the 16th, I'm going to San Francisco. I'll be back. I'll be, because I already talked with Morgan about it. I will be back that Sunday. So after the 17th, then things will be back to normal. I'm gonna have all the content.
Sunday.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have all the I'll have a Weebing with Wes episode out as soon as possible, and I'm filming a Broke Knock Life episode with Rigel. Rigel's coming through tomorrow for like a 2-hour thing, and then we're gonna do that, and I might record another one just to make sure, but I might just do the Rigel thing, get that shit done, grind out this episode and that episode, and then push it out for the week that I'm gonna be on vacation. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but all I'm gonna say is I'm going to make sure whatever is in my power, I'm gonna make sure that that shit is gonna be on time. Mondays, Thursdays, and I mean I post everything all the time, and it's getting into a more static schedule because Cox isn't fucking with us anymore. We got a new modem, we got a new router, but still the area around us is fucky sometimes. So I'm honestly, I mean, knock on wood, wherever the wood is. Knock on wood, but our internet has just been shit today and the past
Damn.
week. It's just been going in and out. But so we're not going to do a clip of the week. That's really what I wanted to get to. We're not doing a clip of the week because I don't want to fucking share the screen, go through the whole thing, and then the internet just shut off. So
Right. Yeah.
speaking of my vacation, what have you been up to these past like 2.5 weeks? Because I know that you have been trying to like secure a job or like moving
Right.
jobs, and then Kenny came over, spending some
Yeah.
quality crucify me time.
Exactly. Getting crucified, you know.
Yeah.
So basically the reason we haven't really been doing this and I've been busy is because my brother was in town. He basically goes heads down whenever he's in school, and so the semester's starting up soon. So I know I'm about to not hear from him for like another year or
Yeah, dude,
so.
he's smart as fuck. Like Kenny is smart as shit.
Yeah,
Y'all are both smart as
underestimates
fuck.
himself. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. But yeah, so we were hanging out doing stuff. He's really motivating as just like a person. So
I
he's gotten me running for like I've been running like 3 miles every other day for like 2 or 3 weeks now.
No shit.
Uh,
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but you know
okay,
what I've been doing the past like 2 or 3 months?
what?
Riding my bike like 4 or 5 miles a day, and like since I
Nice.
moved to I don't know if I'm gonna cut that out or not. It's near LSU. Let me mark that real quick.
By the way, here's my address, everybody.
Well, actually, if you look that up, you're not gonna get to where we live because it doesn't
okay.
show up like that. So I'm
Gotcha.
gonna cut it out anyway. But we live near LSU, and
Right.
you know the Milford Park where it's you go down LSU Ave, and it's the park to the left or to the right, depending on where you're coming from. But it's
Yeah, I think I know which
if you go all the way around the lake, it's exactly 4 miles. And my God,
Oh,
bro,
nice.
that shit, the incline, like going up the hills, and then, dude, like I'm dead at the end of that. But the
Nice.
good thing about that, all that cardio, is it helps my appetite tremendously because I eat like a fiend after that, bro.
Yeah.
Canes has been seeing a lot of my.
Dude, I miss Kane so much. I have one across the street from my apartment, but I've been like dieting and stuff uh since like the start of the year, and I'm down like 45 pounds now, I
No
think.
shit.
Yeah, I was like 220, and by the way, I don't know if you knew this about me, but I've basically been overweight in like in the BMI terms or whatever. You know, there's like normal weight and then
Yeah.
overweight. I've been overweight like since middle school, and it's like last week was the first time I've been considered normal weight since then. So it's been
No
like over a
shit.
decade.
Dude, that's an accomplishment right there.
Yeah. It's been a long road.
That's dope though. So, I mean,
Finally getting
seriously,
there.
40, what'd you say, 40 pounds, 45?
Yeah, 45. I think I was started at 220 and I'm like 176 now. So whatever that math
Damn.
is, 44 I think. Um, but yeah, so I've been running and stuff, and then we did this. There's this thing in Manitou Springs, which is the city next to, kind of like the Denham Springs of Colorado Springs, if that makes any sense.
Oh,
But
okay. That's perfect comparison. I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah, Manitou Springs is to or whatever you understand.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like Baton Rouge, Colorado Springs, and then Manitou is like Denham. It's like this little tiny town, and then there's this thing called the incline. So I thought of it whenever you just mentioned the incline that you were doing or whatever.
Yeah.
There's this incline is what it's called, the incline, and it is this like it basically just like goes straight up a mountain, and it's like
Wait, what is going straight up the mountain? Like
it's like
you
these
like
set
run?
of stairs. It's like wood stairs, like straight up the mountain basically, and it's like less than a mile long, and it's like 2,000 feet of elevation gain. So it's pretty brutal.
Dude,
So I did that for the first time recently, and it's
oh
almost
my.
like a spiritual experience when you reach the top. You're just standing there looking over from the top of this mountain. You're just like, I did that shit.
Oh man, and then after, dude, I bet your legs felt like fucking gelatin.
Oh yeah, dude. I got up there and then Kenny was behind me because the madman was wearing like a full like jacket, and it's like hot here. He was wearing a jacket and like talking on the phone, and I was talking to
Talking
this
on the
random
phone,
army dude
talking
who was
shop.
just like, yeah, dude. He was like just chilling and walking up, and I'm just like dying, like talking to this army dude who's going up like next to me, and we were like pushing each other to get up. And then yeah, so I'm waiting at the top for him for like 15 minutes because he took longer because he was doing all that shit.
Talking on
And then afterwards, he's like, "Oh, so you want to run down?" I'm like, "All right, let's get it."
Shit, man. Oh my god. I mean, the most that I can get up to that is I put my bike chain is fucked up because my mom got on my bike like one of the first few days, and I turned my
Uh-huh.
I really don't understand how this happened. It's like magic. I
Hmm.
She's like, "Let me sit on it. Let me ride it." And then I turned, I swear to God, no exaggeration, 30 seconds, probably less than that. And then I turned back around and then the chain is like completely popped off of the bike. And then she like almost fell. I'm like,
What?
what just happened? What did you do?"
What
And
did you
she's
do?
like, "Christopher, I just got on the bike." And
She might
then
have been like switching the gears when she wasn't like when she wasn't moving. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of.
yeah, but like I do that shit all the time. I don't know how the fuck she did it. And I put
Yeah.
the chains back on, probably not right. I mean, my bike sounds horrible, but right now my bike is just like a workout machine. It's not anything special. I put the incline all the way up because if I don't put it all the way up, like it doesn't ride.
Mm,
Like it
nice.
doesn't pedal because the chain is
Yeah,
probably
the
fucked
gear
up.
or whatever.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got to bring it to a bike shop, but I like how hard it is to pedal because it's like an incline and it's doing a lot more work.
Right.
It
Right.
in my head, I'm like, maybe I don't have to do like 8 miles. Maybe I can just do these 4 miles and then it'll count for like 5 or 6 because of the incline. I don't know. That's how my brain works.
Nice. Nice. When I'm running, I basically just have my watch on and I'm just keeping like track of my heart rate and try and keep it around like 170 to 180 range, and then
Mm.
just do the 3 miles or whatever.
And do you track like your routes and stuff and how many miles you do? I have this
Yeah,
like
I
little
do.
bike app that shows me the route that I do, and it's like
Oh, nice.
4.02 miles, and it tells me like the max speed,
Bucks.
the amount of distance traveled. I
Uh huh.
mean, like average pace, blah blah blah. I like looking at all that shit. I like seeing statistics
Yeah.
on how I did last month versus this month and all that.
Yeah, I use the that like whatever the Apple built-in fitness thing is, and it keeps gives you like your average heart rate, your total distance, your calories burned, all that random stuff. But I have this loop that I do around the Garden of the Gods. That's like I think a mile and a half, I want to say, and I usually do two of those and then run around the parking lot like once or twice, depending on how I'm feeling after.
Right.
Because usually my girlfriend comes runs with me, and she's a little bit slower, so usually I run around like once
Nice.
or twice while I'm waiting for her. Um,
Get that work
but
in
yeah,
anytime you can, bro. I mean, dude,
for sure,
it makes you feel better. Like working out
it
literally
does.
makes you
So
feel better. And I mean, I know that's cliche to like, because I talked to a few people and they're like, I'm depressed. What do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, I know this sounds cliche. And like 5 years ago, I would have said, fuck you too. But like, dude, just go walk for like a
yeah, dude.
mile. Just go walk
Go
outside.
exercise. Exercise has like been proven over and over again. It just improves your mood. It makes you feel better. Makes you feel better about yourself because you did something productive. There's this guy, this ultra. Do you know what an ultra marathon is? It's like I think 100 something miles.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer
Uh,
talked about it, but I don't know exactly
yeah,
what it entails. I just know it's absolutely insane, and it has like
yeah.
every single thing, like biking, like swimming.
That's like a triathlon, like a ultra triathlon. They might do those too, but this one's like pure running.
Oh,
But there's
this is an
guy.
ultra marathon, not a.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
like
okay.
pure running, like 100 something miles or something insane like that. There's this guy, David Goggins, that Kenny was telling my brother was telling me about,
Dude.
and he was like, every day he looks himself in the mirror and is like, "What did you do for David Goggins today?" So I've been doing that ever since. It just kind of stuck with me. So every day I'm just like, "What did I do for myself today?" So I've
Dude,
been like
that's like actually
trying
a
to be
pretty good
productive and
thing.
stuff.
I
Yeah,
I
it
kind of
is.
do the same thing. I have this task thing that the Google Task Manager, not Task Manager.
Hmm.
That's a fucking. It's a task checklist, and then
Yeah, yeah, I
I'll
got
put
you.
like post Weebing with Wes Instagram promo or
Oh
edit
yeah, yeah,
intro, and then once I click those out, I mean it feels good,
yeah.
and
It does for sure.
uh uh to have that ambition to think about opening up the task thing is something
Right.
in itself, and you have to like I wouldn't have done that 5 years ago. I mean, it's like a
Same. Yeah,
learned behavior, I guess. It's just
for
like
sure,
it's
for sure.
discipline, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
You
It's
have to
definitely
do it
like
because you know the
self
outcome
accountability.
will make you feel better. So you just have
Yeah.
to make yourself fucking do it. Because I mean, I don't feel
Yeah,
like
dreading doing it, but then once you do it, you're like, ah, it wasn't that bad. And
yeah,
then
and then you have
afterwards, you go to
to
bed,
keep
and you're just like,
reminding
cool.
yourself like I know tomorrow I'm gonna hate doing it, but like right now, like it feels awesome, like
Yeah, for sure.
finishing that 4 miles. But anyway, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know why we just went into like an inspirational like
I don't know.
workout bit.
That's what I've been doing the last few like weeks or whatever that we haven't been doing this. So,
Yeah, I mean I've been going
uh,
hard as fuck. I come back and I'm like my little beard that I can manage to grow is just like profusely dripping sweat down. I'm like I have to walk up my stairs to get to my place.
yeah, yeah.
Those are the most painful stairs of all time. My legs are all
Do
jello.
you bring your bike up with you, or
No,
do you
no,
have
no,
it
no,
like a
no, no,
thing
no,
on
no, no,
your?
no,
Oh,
dude.
okay,
The
okay.
back of my car is fucked up because I just shove it in the back of my car. I don't even have a bike rack. I literally just
Amazing.
I twist my bike around and I just like fucking shove it in there because my legs are so shot after
Fuck it,
I
just stay in
stretch
there.
and then I have problem like just getting off the bike because my legs
Oh
are so
yeah.
fucking. God, man, there's so many fucking like little. There's very long inclines of road along that fucking lake.
Right. Yeah. 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 For
I'm
sure.
learning that. I want to start kayaking and doing that like paddleboard thing.
Oh, kayaking is so fun, dude. Paddleboarding is hard. I don't know about on like a lake, but on the ocean, it's. I have horrible balance for what it's worth, but
I
it's
did
so hard for me.
I did that in Hawaii whenever we went in like 2010, 2011. Dude, that
Ooh,
was
yeah,
fun
yeah.
as fuck. I have pretty
It
good
is. It is.
balance.
I fell for like the first few hours we were out there, and then finally I got the hang of it. I was like, whoa, it's
Dude, and
awesome.
it's so like exhausting with your upper body
Oh
because like
yeah,
you're
yeah, for
trying
sure.
to like balance and also just to get the momentum and the hand-eye coordination working with the rowing
Yeah,
is just is crazy. I don't
yeah,
know
it's
how
just
my skin and
exhausting.
bones
It's like a
self.
full body workout,
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
it
But
definitely
yeah,
is.
so I've been doing running, all that stuff. I've also been stretching a lot, because I
Stretching is key
assume you can.
before and after.
Yeah, like especially to improve flexibility. Like I just like I had knee problems back when I used to play basketball a lot, just because my hamstrings were so inflexible that the doctor was like, he tried to stretch my leg, and he was like, "Yo, you need to start stretching. That's what's fucking your knees up is just the fact that you are just so inflexible." So I've been doing that, some hip and some hamstring stuff, and then looking for a job has basically been what all of my time has been going to, besides like hanging out with Kenny, but he just left. So
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
yeah.
How is that job thing? Is it secured? Is it?
Yeah, I'm starting my new one on Monday, and I'm turning in all of my equipment for my current job on Friday. So I'm pretty hyped to see what the dealio is with the new job.
See what the future
Cautiously
entails.
optimistic, yeah, for sure.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
Cynically optimistic.
yeah,
That's one of the
exactly. Yeah,
I don't know if that was on this podcast or
I
Broke
don't
Knock
think so.
Life.
It's probably broken Knock
Cynical optimism. Me and Morgan came up with that term. That's
Yeah,
how I think about like everything. I'm like I want it to like I'm hopeful that it's gonna be good, but like
mhm.
there are facts that like cynical
Right, right.
optimism. But ultimately optimism wins with me. I'm a glass half
Half
full
full.
type
Yeah,
guy, not a glass half empty.
yeah. I feel that. I feel like kind of swap depending on the day and how I'm feeling, But I try and remain positive, even if I don't feel that way. I try and like remind myself that I should be that way.
Yeah, dude, you have to mindlessly do it, bro. You have to
For
like
sure.
fucking force it. Yeah, like it'll be fucking raining. Everybody be oh fucking the blah 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 blah, and be like, well, after the rain, it feels kind of good outside, or
Yeah, yeah.
some shit like that. Not really, not in Louisiana, because
Not at least.
after the rain, it's just like 1,000% humidity.
Yeah,
You
dude.
walk out
Here
like
it's
the
like,
glasses are just like all fog, and nobody can see shit. Everybody's like walking into each other because it's all foggy.
dude, that's the worst part about Louisiana. Walking outside with glasses, and like your glasses all just immediately fog off, and you're like,
Dude,
do
and
you
it's
have
not
anything in
even
your hand?
after the rain. It's like every
No, yeah,
day.
it's just when it's hot outside, it's just a facet of your life.
I'll,
Walking from air conditioned to outside.
I'm gonna look
Dude,
up the
glasses
weather
suck.
right now, and I'm gonna tell you the humidity here. Let's see.
Let me
The
see.
Weather Channel and IBM Business. Shout out. Okay. See details. I didn't think it was gonna be this high, because I think I exaggerate whenever I say 100%. But right now it's 86%.
It's 86. Jesus, it's 26% humidity here.
No
But it's
shit,
also been
man.
raining like almost every day for like 2 weeks now. It's been kind of crazy actually. It
Yeah,
like didn't
same
rain
here.
at all for like the first however many months I was here, and then like starting as soon as the summer hit, it's just been raining like so much.
Yeah, it's because of our that hurricane that hit Florida. That's where we've
Oh
been
really?
getting most of our rain the past 2 weeks.
Huh.
Because you
Yeah, I don't know what's been causing it up here, but
yeah, I doubt a Florida hurricane would
hopefully
send
not.
gusts
But
of
maybe,
wind.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
that would be a fucking superstorm. But speaking of superstorms, And speaking of shitty segues, because I don't really know how else to get into it, but we need to talk about we hold on. We
Wait,
need
wait,
to,
Shitty Storm,
shitty storm.
Zeus, boom.
There is a shitty storm that is happening on Onigashima right now. I mean, if you think about it, but
Yeah.
we need to go down the list because I missed hearing these sound bites.
It's over 9,000!
It's good. It's a good one.
It's all classic. I love Luffy's laughter.
Oh man, that's great.
Contagious laughter.
Bartholomew in the cut, baby.
Wait, when did you add that one?
That was I added that a long time ago. I've been
Okay,
keeping it in the bank.
Okay, okay.
That dude, that voice actor just goes off every single performance, man. Oda never has to say more enthusiasm to Bartholomew's voice actor.
Yeah, he just goes there.
I mean, and then, last but not least, Sashiburi da na. That's great. But you said that you were caught up on chapters 10, 17, 10, 18. Let me put this down a little bit. There we go.
I feel like the last chapter we talked about was like 10-14 or something. I don't think we ever talked about like 10-15.
No, we didn't really. Not really. I mean, there's so much to talk about. I really wanted to really base on 10-18, and then there was something in 10-17 because I just have dude. It's just.
Yeah, I've got a couple notes for like the last however many chapters that is, like 4 or 5 chapters.
I'm trying to see what I want to delve into first. Fuck. It's let's go with 10-17. Well,
Okay.
because I wanna do the who's who Jimbei thing like last because there's a lot of questions there.
We can go chronological then. We can start at like 10-15 maybe, because I have like one thing I want to say for that.
Yeah,
and then
let's
two things
do
for
your
10-16.
notes for 10-15, 10-16, and then I have a few things for 10-17. But let me pull that up real quick.
So.
Okay, 10-15.
10-15, yeah. So overall, the last like few chapters seems like they're setting up for a bunch of big fights that are about to go down. Namely, in 10-15, we see Kid and Law team up. It looks like for getting ready to fight Big Mom, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, and Zoro is
so
just being
I'm-
like tossed around in his.
Yeah, and Zoro's in a fucking full body bandage, like something I was gonna mention something in 17, but I guess I'll go ahead and mention it since you just talked about it. Was
Yeah.
his the pill or whatever, where they're talking about like the recovery.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was talking to one of my other friends about was his worry was that Zoro was like essentially gonna see no repercussions for this. But then they're talking about the pill, he's gonna like suffer the repercussions later. So I'm interested to see what that means and what
And
happens when you give him the pill.
the
or the
pill, what makes me not too worried about Zoro with all that, because like you said, there's gonna be a repercussion. He's not just gonna just get healed and then just be like, okay, I'm good after suffering, just getting fucked. Like he
Yeah,
got fucked up. But
For sure.
is back in Thriller Bark whenever he got all that shit from Kuma. Remember he took on all the pain?
Oh,
That was all the pain.
Right.
So I'm imagining all of that pain, and then it said that he's gonna have to suffer double.
Oh,
what
right. It was double what he would have suffered now, or something.
Like
that.
I'm comparing it from there to now, and he's obviously stronger now, but that's an
With the
Emperor
damage
Blast
inflicted is even
pain.
more, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna equal out. I mean, it's just that's the first thing I thought of was him
Right.
turning back to Sanji. Nothing happened.
Yeah, and I think
Are we gonna
was
get
going to
another
say-
one of those moments?
I don't know, and it doesn't really. I don't think it said how much later he's going to suffer the consequences.
Oh
But
man.
essentially, what my friend was saying is he really just hopes that it's not just like Zoro is out for a couple days and then is back and nothing really happened because of it. But
I agree.
I kind of feel like that's what's gonna happen, honestly. But I don't know.
I hope
Anyway,
I hope it doesn't. I hope we see him like go off again because he's gonna get healed, and then he's gonna be back to like 90, 100% or whatever, and then after it's gonna be like he's gonna have to lose. For it to be good in my eyes, like he's gonna have to like lose something.
Yeah,
Like
or be
something
like
kind
out
of
of
permanent, because like you, it
commission
needs to
for a
be
while
it
or
needs to be
something.
punishable. Like it can't just get fucked up by an emperor and then be in a full body cast and then come back into the battle like nothing
Right.
happened.
Yeah, we'll see what
This ain't Dragon Ball. You can't wish people back. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. I would be okay if they, like, after the battle, Zoro started suffering the repercussions, and then we didn't really see him fight again until, like, they found some, you know, some medicine to cure him again or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
If they had to do something to, like, fix him, I would be okay with that. I feel like that's probably not what's going to happen, but I really hope that something similar to that or some kind of repercussions are faced.
I
But
wholeheartedly agree on that.
But yeah, so 10-15 Kid and Law versus Big Mom, I think is going to be an awesome
Oh
fight.
my god, bro.
I don't think we've really seen them work together. They've
No.
basically been kind of like at odds with each other most of the time. They don't really seem to get along. And even when they were like talking about the alliance, Law was like having to convince Eustace that he shouldn't do it by himself.
Yeah, it's like even in their alliance, they're like very, very, very competitive.
Right.
They're like, I'm not. You're not gonna get the first hit on Big Mom. I am. You pussy. Fuck you.
I'm really curious. I think there'll be some cool moments in the fight. I'm hyped to see it animated. I'm hyped to see all these fights animated.
Oh my god, bro.
Because the next one is Yamato versus Kaido, or at least she's like gonna hold him off for a while. It seems like.
Yeah.
After he knocks Luffy off into the ocean, and whoever it was in the submarine finds him.
Yep. And I was wondering where Luffy was, and then he popped up.
Right.
Popped up again.
Yep.
I'm like, there we go.
So I don't know how he's gonna get back in the fight. He's not dead, but he's pretty out of it right now.
Yeah,
but,
he got a full belly of ocean water. Because in that panel, he's like fucking like hitting his stomach or whatever, and he's like spitting up water.
Yeah, dude.
But Luffy has to have some final attack.
He's gotta finish. You know? Yeah, he's gotta finish Kaido. So I'm curious what's gonna happen with that. Maybe he'll get the medicine that they're.
Oh my god, dude! What if Zoro and fucking Luffy Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji come together, the monster trio?
Please.
Dude, okay, dude, I literally just got goosebumps.
Dude, that would be so amazing. Oh my god, I want to see that animated. Oh, okay.
Oh my god, bro. Shit.
And then the other thing that we mentioned earlier was Nami is getting a power up.
Nami
is like combined into her weapon and like changed it now.
Yeah, so Zeus.
That's like a crazy power up for her.
Yeah, like right before Zeus got fucked up, there was like a small amount of his soul that like went to Nami's black ball treats whenever she did that last attack, and then that's how it came into her climate baton.
He hid inside of her weapon or something like that.
And now it's like a fully like soul weapon.
Right, it's like this crazy fucking weapon that Zeus inhabits and like can change at his own will, like based off of what Nami's doing, it seems like.
But
so Nami's like way stronger now. She's been kind of weak and recently, in my opinion. So I'm excited to see her actually be able to do some stuff, it seems like.
But Zeus, or whoever the fuck that is now, said that it's all because of Big Mom's power. So whenever Big Mom dies, if she dies, maybe they keep her alive for this reason, but wouldn't you know what I'm saying? Like, would Nami's weapon
how that would work? It seems like somehow by inhabiting her weapon instead of like the form that Big Mom gave him, maybe he's like released from her power or something like that.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, like she got enough of the soul to like satisfy the power, and it was just like a little bit left that doesn't. I don't know. That was like the first thing I thought of. I'm like, wait, this is dope. But like at the end of this, whenever she's dead or if she dies, whatever, wouldn't that go away because the devil fruit powers go away?
I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I don't know.
Nonetheless, it's a fucking amazing power up.
Yeah, for sure.
God damn.
Nami, like I said, Nami is like finally able to do some stuff. It seems like.
Yeah. That's exactly.
And then the last thing I guess I'll say is 10-17 was the play by Otama with I guess she was like feeding them something.
Yeah,
that, like made them swap sides.
Yeah, she was feeding them the dumplings or whatever.
Right.
And then that like if they're part animal or whatever, that completely controls their obedience factor in their brain or whatever. So
Right,
like she can
right.
just do that. It's so OP.
Yeah, it was
For
looking pretty grim there for a second, and then
like
like she
for
made
this
that play.
specific arc, that is the most
Oh
OP
yeah,
power.
yeah. Considering they're the animal pirates.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was a clutch move, and I think we saw like a tally in by CP0 in
That's
the
what I
most recent thing. It's like 16,000 to 9,000 or 7,000 or something like that is what it was.
I
So like
wanted.
the numbers are like getting closer and closer.
Yeah,
It's
because they're
finally
fighting their
looking
own
up again.
people, and then they're.
Right.
What I wanted to mention, you brought me perfectly into this, was that panel where the government is sitting down and they're looking at those chess pieces. Because this will get me into the 1018 chapter. I mean,
Oh, the Go board
yeah,
in
the go board and them talking. Let me see. Let me find it.
so
Um
1018.
um 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 um. They were like, I don't care who wins this battle. All I care about is if that guy
Right,
needs to
right,
die. And I'm curious about what government secret this who's who guy that is introduced in 1018.
right. Yeah.
What this dude
Classified
has.
intelligence he ran off with.
Because the whole introduction, the whole thing that you were saying earlier with them setting up for individual fights and us seeing like these matchups, to be
Right.
honest, I was very skeptical about Jinbei's matchup. I mean, this might not be his final matchup, but for right now, I was like, it kind of looks like a throwaway character that they kind of just like put up against Jinbei. But
Right, but
then
he's become pretty important.
right, exactly. Then like I started reading more and more of the chapter, and there's like this whole fucking thing about him, and I'm like,
Right.
it took me like 2 or 3 panels, and now the amazing writing just like enveloped my brain, and now who's who is a great villain because he's tied in with the secret government. They're trying to kill him because he knows a secret, and
Right, so
then
he's the reason CP0's there.
right, and
It's like
he was he mentioned something else. Let's see.
it was part of the devil fruit. It was stolen from him by Shanks when
Exactly.
he was part of the government. Or maybe he wasn't part of the government. I don't really understand what his role was. It seems like he was part of CP9 or something at some point because he has all of their powers,
It
like the
just
moonwalk and all that stuff.
it made me fucking just think so much about why Shanks stole that devil fruit. Do we know that? Or
I don't think so.
okay.
I think there's still like a few things that are kind of unanswered. I don't really know, and I don't really know if we know what the questions are, but I feel like there's some information that we're not privy to yet. That
Because why did Shanks has to know something to steal that devil fruit? That's a very
right,
specific fruit. He had to know that that was the gum gum because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't just randomly steal a devil fruit that he didn't know what the fuck it was.
yeah,
So he
or maybe
probably had some information to go steal that shit. He stole it, and was this all like a part of the prophecy of Luffy? Like he like wants to continue Gold Roger's like legacy, so he's like giving Luffy the fruit in hopes of his because Shanks saw something in him. He wouldn't have lost his arm to him if he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like he's I
Didn't
don't know.
Luffy just like eat the fruit when it's been so long since I've watched like the first however many chapters or
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
If I recall correctly, I think Luffy just like basically ate it and was like, "I'm hungry." And I was like,
Yeah, and
"Ah,"
it
and
was
then
like an
ate it. And they were
accident.
like, "Right, yeah." So like,
Was he saving it for somebody else and Luffy
yeah, I
got it?
don't know. I'm not really sure what his
But there's
plan
just
was
like
there.
that whole D factor that it wasn't like it's Garp's like Garp is there's just so many things that are just like
Yeah,
not a coincidence. And
and then
it
also,
just
Who's Who just mentioned the whole Sun's Pirates thing.
that's uh uh, uh the sun god. Are you talking about that?
Yeah, who like saves all the prisoners or
I
whatever.
had a
And
question about
then
that too. He said a guard would tell them to believe or like believe in
it
this
was
sun
another
god.
prisoner, I think.
I think he
And
said a guard said that
I thought it was a prisoner. Let me see.
because that's why I had so much of a question because I was like, why would a guard from a guard
Oh no, yeah, it was a guard.
about
A
a story I
story I
heard in
heard about
jail from a guard while I was there undergoing terrible torments. He laughed and told me to
told
pray,
Pray.
and then he goes and tells the whole story about the sun god Nika. So like, is that just that? Is that just like a thing for the guards to tell the prisoners to have like a little bit of hope since they're so
Well, I
hopeless,
think what
or is
he's
there like
referring
actual
to.
substance?
Do you remember in Fishman Island when it kind of went into Jinbei's backstory with the Sun Pirates and how the previous leader of the Sun Pirates, whatever his name was, like rescued all those slaves from what was that, the Merry Go or whatever, the place where the dragons were,
Was that
I think.
Tiger? Not that wasn't Tiger,
I have to
was
look
it?
up what his name is. I can't remember. Let me look up the Sun Pirates.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think that's related. I don't know if that's who he's talking about or what, because that guy's dead now, I'm pretty sure,
yeah,
right?
I was just so fucking confused.
Fisher
I'm like,
Tiger, yeah, that's his name.
yeah, Fisher
Was the previous captain.
Yeah, so is he like who the fuck is the sun god Nika? And like the picture in that panel,
Oh yeah.
is that just like a static image of
They're
just like whatever, or is that representing an actual person? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know what that is either, because it's not their symbol. Their symbol is just that sun with like the
Yeah,
flames coming off on each side. So I don't know who Nika is. There it seems like there's more to that Sun's pirate backstory that we learned about in Fishman Island that we still don't know.
because there's a
Uh
whole bunch of like racism talk during
oh yeah.
this whole
He was
fight.
like, casual racism is not cool. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, because he says, he disses Jinbei. He's like, oh,
Yes.
you're much faster than I thought you than fuck. He's like, you're much faster on land,
Than I thought you'd be for
than
a
I thought
fisherman
you'd
or
be for a
something.
fishman.
Yeah.
And then dude, don't be racist towards Jinbei, bro.
Dude, yeah, Jinbei will fuck you up. And then
Jinbei-
also, like, whenever he mentioned the fishmen, I mean the fishmen, the Sun Pirates, Jinbei like got like started going hard as fuck. Like previously, the Fang pistols were like were hurting him, and he was dodging them. But then after he mentioned it, Jinbei was just like blocking everything.
Dude,
Did
I
you
want
notice that?
you brought up that fucking move. I'm looking for the panel. It shows him doing the finger pistol,
Right.
and then you see you see a close up of it, and then it's like bent.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
He,
like
breaks his
something
finger.
fucking dude, he has some aura now or some like armament hockey that like can
Yeah, he like
completely
strengthened it or
like
something.
shield past his like fisherman strength. I'm trying to
Yeah, I
find
don't.
I'm trying to find where the fuck that was because I saw that. I'm
It
like
was
Jinbei
or page 14.
14.
Yeah, of 1018.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right there. Oh
He goes,
shit.
yeah. He's like fingers like all fucked up.
Get him, boss. Oh wait, and that
Dude, I'm
prison
hyped
guard.
for this Jinbei fight. The demon brick fist, dude. There's no way who's who is down after that, but that was like a hell of a way to end the chapter. Just
Demon
like
brick a fist. Dude.
Fishman karate, secret art, demon brick fist, boom, just right to the face, man.
Dude, the
It just
panels,
goes
the
down.
justice that Jinbei is getting. The
Yes,
the
dude,
panels
I'm
are
so hyped.
fantastic.
I love Jinbei. I'd been waiting, like before he became a crew member, I'd been waiting so long for that moment. I think I mentioned this previously, but like for the longest time, my profile on Steam was just like the next crew member or Jinbei, the next crew member, and it was just like my profile picture was just like Jinbei. I was
Dude,
waiting. I was so ready.
and look at you now. Reading 1018, enjoying the
Yes,
shit out of
dude.
some Jinbei who's who fight. Dude, and when that panel where he grabs the fucking tooth and he has it like right
Oh,
here
yeah, that was
and he
sick.
fucking like tosses him over.
Yeah, he does like the
I'm
fishman
like,
toss.
dude, he's like a jujitsu like master. He's what is that that
like
that
judo or something.
yeah, judo. He's a judo flipping
Yeah.
master.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
He's like a
that,
seismic
like,
toss.
grab on the teeth was great, and then he'd have like the shark.
Yeah, the shark grip.
Karate shark grip. That
Dude,
was sick.
dude, oh my god.
I'm loving that we're seeing new like
Jinbei
fishman
powers.
karate moves and powers.
Yeah, because we know he has it in him. All the time we see like Fishman karate, like 5,000 brick fist or whatever. But we got a demon fist. We got a seismic
Yeah. toss.
I mean,
Did
we got a
you-
fucking damn.
Did you see that panel where they were like, "Oh, who's who is taking out Jinbei? He's stronger than a warlord."
Yeah.
Jinbei was like, "And I took that personally." I just started kicking his ass.
And then there's like a panel of him just like looking all like dark and like angry
Yeah.
and shit.
Dude, this fight is gonna be great. Those are 3 great fights that are like coming up. And then I think the Kaido versus Yamato one
Wait.
is obviously gonna transform into something else.
Go to page 14. whenever he's blocking those finger pistols, he's all black, right? Like his
Right.
face. That's full armament hockey, right? Like, have we
Think
ever
so,
seen
yeah.
his face fully go like Virgo type armament hockey?
I don't think so. And like it's kind of hard to tell if it's like just the shadow or
Yeah.
if it's like actual full armament hockey. But something changed because he got like it clearly his armament hockey got even stronger at that point.
Because because
like-
who said what did he say? He's like he snapped, or like he
Yeah,
something
yeah.
happened.
It was right after he mentioned the Sun Pirates. He was like he said because you led the Sun Pirates, and then that's when he does the pistol thing, and then you can see Jim Bay getting like angry, and like the bottom of page 13, and then in 14, that's where he breaks his finger trying to like do his little pokey pokes.
God, dude, I want to see that animated so bad, bro.
Yes, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped for this. We
Oh
gotta
my-
we gotta react to this on the podcast whenever this episode airs. It's gonna
Oh,
probably be like a few months. but-
dude, there's gonna be so many episodes right now that are coming up because I think the last time I saw an episode was like 2 weeks ago, and they were just setting off for Onigashima. Like they were waiting
yeah,
for
that just happened,
everybody.
I think. Or
So I think right now they're like in the beginning stages of the onslaught. I could be completely wrong.
They are the land of Wano to the samurai country where cherry blossoms flutter. Is that the most recent? Wait, no, newest. That's what we want. A new member, first son of the. Oh, they just got to the episode where Jim Bay joins the crew officially.
Oh, dude! Oh my God,
So that's
bro.
whenever they're like the boats are going across, I think, and they get
What-
attacked, and then Jim Bay pops out and is like, "Ah, it's me!"
What a fitting episode!
Oh yeah.
What a fitting recent episode,
for sure, yeah.
dude. Do you think that's planned? Dude, that would be some crazy planning if they planned 10-18 and then the backlog of the anime that episode.
I think it just worked out that way. I don't think it was planned unless Oda was doing some big brain moves there to hype up the manga and anime watcher. or
Yeah, I don't think
the
either because that's
read
too
and
much.
watch crowd.
That's like too much. That's like
Yeah.
so much time in advance to think.
I think this week is a break week though, so I don't think we're getting a chapter this week, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
which
think it
sucks,
said the
but
18th.
yeah, July 18th. I
God
think is when-
damn, bro. Oda, fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fully into my new job by that point. So whatever, it'll give me something to look forward to.
I'm gonna be fully ready for that chapter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and start watching some of these episodes.
Dude, I don't want to watch
I want
the
to see that Jinbei one.
I don't want to watch the Odin one. I can't do it again, bro. Animated?
I feel like they didn't do it. So I watched it
Oh, you did?
actually. Yeah, with
Because let me
Which
tell
one?
you,
Yeah.
reading the manga, like I got him. There was like some tears.
I'll say in my opinion, it was much more impactful in the manga. I feel like they
Mhm.
didn't do it as like justice and the whole build up and everything. I feel like
Was it just
was
not as
just
sad?
off
It
or
just
something.
it was kind of like cut.
Yeah,
weird.
it was just done kind of weird. I don't remember exactly what the issue was with it. I just remember thinking that it wasn't like as impactful on me as it was in the manga. Like whenever I was in the manga, like you said, I was like
Dude,
like
that was
sad.
so
but then when it
dark,
happened
man.
In the anime, it was just like, maybe it was because I knew already. I don't really know, to be honest, but
Dude, I'm getting sad, bro. Dude, he's holding
yeah.
his fucking crew members above him. Oh my god, and Kaido's like, if you can
Yeah.
last this long, you can live or whatever. God,
It was
Kaido.
like what 8 episodes now. Odin wouldn't be Odin if it wasn't boiled. I think one of the things that they changed was the tagline he says, where he says, "I was born to boil." You remember that line in
Yeah,
the manga?
yeah.
I don't think he says that in the anime. I think they changed it.
But isn't that a call on his actual name though?
Yeah, it is.
So
It's
why
like
would they change
on his
that if
name.
it's
I
like
don't
a
know.
legit like
And this is all
literary
just
device?
from what I remember. This was like like a month or more ago, I think, at
Like,
this
dude,
point that I watched. that
dude,
episode.
Oda's throwing out like amazing literary devices. Like, you gotta implement that in some anime, bro.
Sure, yeah. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't remember for sure, but something about it wasn't as good to me as it was in the manga.
all I'm happy with this recent anime is just the art style.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love
the
it. I love it.
animation is really good.
Dude,
They
I
they really
watched that
stepped up in
fight
Wano.
with the killer whenever he was like the assassin with the scythe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched that Zoro so many times. It was just
Yeah,
so well animated.
it's so good. They really stepped up in Wano.
God.
I don't know if they have like a new animation studio doing it. I think I read that they swap fairly frequently, but
Just don't give me the shiny type. You know what I mean? I don't want shiny in like anime.
right,
Like
yeah.
Dragon Ball Super. I don't want that. Sorry.
Fair, yeah, fair. It's just crazy going back and like looking at some of the first episodes and then looking at the animation of like the newest arc.
Yeah.
It's night and day. It's like you can really see the literal like
The character
what's the word? The
differences and how they
decades and,
draw.
like, the character differences.
Yeah.
And, like just everything is different. Like you can see like the 90s is very much early One Piece, and then you can see like modern One Piece is very much modern anime.
Yeah.
So like One Piece is kind of like the art style has changed with how the rest of the anime scene, I guess I'll say, has changed,
Yeah,
which is really interesting to me.
That is so true. Like they're keeping up with the times, but making it their own kind of.
Right? Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
more
still like
on this
their-
anime style is making it their own and keeping up with the times. I just
sure,
feel like
yeah.
the Dressrosa like type animation is good. It was just too shiny for my taste. But like you said, it was following along what was popular at that time, which was Dragon Ball
Right.
Super and all of those. Not Dragon Ball Super, but like all the other ones have that shiny look to them, and they just
Makes
made
sense, yeah.
it. They just made it fucking good. They made it
Yeah.
sell a fuck ton. I mean, I
And
watched that
it's-
Dofi fight a million times.
Yeah, you can still see like the art style that is like distinctly Oda's with the characters and stuff. It's just like the animation and the quality has like continually increased
Yeah,
and adapted new techniques, I guess. I don't really know much about how animation works.
yeah. I like the
but
early '90s style a lot, like the Alabasta, like the
Yeah, for
long
sure.
limbs and like the big hands and big feet and
Right,
stuff
yeah.
like that, and how they just look like very lanky. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just has a fucking feel to it.
It's very nostalgic, or what is the Japanese? I think they would say muzakashi, muzikashi, something like that.
Mushikashi. Well, let's go with the
Like-
Mushikashi.
Muzakashi,
Sashi buridana. Sashi buridana. Mugiwara.
Muzukashi. No, that's not it.
All right, scratch
I
that.
don't remember.
Cut.
There's cut that.
Cut.
There's some word that's like muzkashi or something like that. That's like nostalgic or something like that. But whatever. That's all the notes I had for the recent chapters, though.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I have left is, do we know where those government people are right now?
I think that they're in the top, or like one of the higher rooms inside of Onigashima. I think they're on the island.
So they're gonna have to escape at some point because in One Piece fashion, there's gonna be some structural damage
Right.
to a lot of these to a lot of these buildings.
I think. Yeah.
So like, how are they? I
that's where
mean,
they are.
I bet. I mean, they're obviously the best at fucking being quiet and sneaky. So I mean,
Right.
they probably got a way to get out. That's what
Yeah.
that was the only thing I was thinking of. Like, why are they?
And who actually knows where they are? They
Yeah,
might not even be in Onigashima.
They could be
might
they could be
like,
chilling with
in
M
Wano.
Sama right now. M Sama is chilling. He's like, "What up?"
He's just like in the other room. Hey, you guys still playing Go? Yeah, I got next.
He's like, "Y'all done reporting the battle? Because we need to actually get on with the actual game. I'm tired." Fucking
Dude,
hook.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I assume that's gonna like wait for like near the end of the chapter, or maybe after Jinbei's battle resolves, if anything.
Oh
I
my
think that would be
God.
the earliest we would see. Is probably after Jinbei's battle, if Jinbei wins, which I'm sure he
Dude,
will.
to be
since he's
honest, it
fucking
didn't look
Jinbei.
like he was. Like he was getting fucked up, but like at the end of the day, at the end of that chapter, like he had the full capability to just
Right,
fuck
yeah.
his ass up. Like it seemed like to me, if Jinbei was in anime fashion or shonen fashion, he was feeling out his enemy to probably get all that Sun Pirate information. Or talk to him about the story or whatever Shanks shit he was talking about. Because I feel
Right.
like he could have just popped off and did that fucking armament shit and then just demon brick fisted him right in the face. That
Yeah, I
that
don't
is
think
such an
that's-
amazing panel
think
too.
Who's Who got some stuff up in his sleeve still though. So I think the fight's just starting. I think we'll see like at least 1 or 2 more chapters of the fight.
I need to.
Um,
I need to see more Jinbei.
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
loving every single. I loved every single panel. I mean, I did mention the skepticism because I was like, "Oh, who is this fucking random ass enemy we've never heard of ever?"
It's his debut fight, man. It's got to be good.
And it's
got
good.
to be good.
It's actually good. Debut fights to me usually are never good, but it's just debut fights meaning like random characters being introduced hundreds
Right.
of chapters later. Usually that doesn't strike well with me, but Oda,
Right.
he comes through again. But that's all I have. I wanted to unless you got anything more on the last chapter.
I don't think so. I think we went over everything. Basically, just like big fights coming up. Nami's power up, Otama making big plays, and then who knows what the fuck CP0 is gonna do. Like I said, I'm pretty sure CP0 is gonna probably at the end of the fight, like once Jinbei finishes Who's Who, they're probably gonna, because they said that they're there to confirm his death.
Yeah, and they didn't care the outcome of the battle, so they're really
Right.
just focusing on that dude.
Right. So they're
They're
probably
like,
just gonna wait for that and then maybe finish him off or something. I don't know.
oh, dude, he'll probably have like a come to Jesus moment right before Jinbei is about to fuck him up, and be
then
like,
CP0 kill him.
he like reveals something that like it was like Jinbei's brother or some shit, and then CP0 comes out and then just like fucking annihilates him. I don't know.
That would be dark as fuck. That would be totally on track for Oda though, for sure.
Oh, dude, I don't want that. I'm sorry I even said that. I don't want that to happen, bro. I don't need any Jinbei heartbreak.
Yeah, I don't know either. Not yet. It's too soon.
No,
just,
dude, I don't wanna,
join the crew.
I don't want to think about it, bro. Fuck. Dude,
We got some heartbreak in his backstory back in Fishman Island. We don't need any more yet.
Ah, dude, fuck.
So then as far as new anime goes, I guess since we don't have anything else to say on the One Piece stuff for now.
Yeah.
And I think next week is going to be a break week, so.
Yes. So the West manga update. You said that you had 2, but one of them you said recently got adapted into an anime.
Right.
So if you can give like the brief
reading...
title and then brief description and whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so it's called Skiga Michibika Isekai Donchu, or it's also called just Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy.
Tsukimichi.
Which is this? It's just another. It's not just another. It's an isekai.
What is that?
So transported to another world. Which is like, you know how like TV shows and stuff goes through like genre. What would you call them? Like
subgenres,
hotspots, or I get, or something, where like a bunch of this type of genre of movie is released. Like right now we're in superheroes. In the early 2000s and like not 90s. When was it? Sometime before that, it was like cowboys, was like westerns were really popular. And then
are you talking about in anime?
Just in general, like
yeah.
Media goes through like these phases, I guess is what I'll call them. Right now, the anime is very much in the isekai phase. Isekai is like super popular. There's like at least one new isekai every season, and actually, I think all 3 of the ones that I'm about to talk about are isekai. Or one of them's not, or there's like 4 series I have that I'm going to talk about, but one of them is not an isekai. 3 of them are isekai, to give you an idea of how many isekai are being released.
Shit. So like these are like new picks for you, and they're all isekai. Or
right,
3 of them.
Granted, I really like isekai, so.
I mean, those are fucking great ones.
Right now, since it's been going for like probably 10 or so years, I would say we've been in the isekai kind of phase.
Yeah.
Genres, or not genres, they're getting good at them, I guess is what I'll say, and they're kind of playing with the tropes that have developed over the past, however many years that they've been
right.
doing
They've been refining their art.
Right, exactly. And this one I think is one of the better ones. So Tsukimichi is what I'll call it. Moonlit Fantasy is pretty good. I've been reading it for probably, I want to say like 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
Or so. But it's essentially about this guy who gets transferred to another world, typical isekai fashion.
Right.
They sell it in the first episode of the anime that just came out yesterday. They sell it as he's like this unfortunate protagonist, even though he's like he's not really. He kind of is in the sense that like one of the big things in the show is that his character is transported to this other world where his parents are from, and in this other world he's like super fucking ugly, like so ugly that most like other humans in the world mistake him for like a subhuman, like an orc or something like that. But he's pretty powerful in typical isekai fashion, and he starts, to build up the world, and he has like this spoilers for anybody who's watching the anime. Uh, but essentially, how it goes in the manga at this point, he's basically building up a little world inside of himself, kind of.
This
And
is
so it's very
crazy.
similar to uh, the time I was reincarnated as a slime. It reminds me very much of that.
Mm.
And mostly just because it's like the main character goes and is building up like a town or a community of like monsters, essentially is what he does. And he's got like this semi harem kind of, which is like this dragon that he encounters in the first episode, and then later on it's this like giant spider monstrosity, or calamity I think is what they call it.
Oh,
That
yeah,
kind of
Calamity.
like
That
he
that.
kind of like what was I gonna say? He makes like a contract with them, so they're basically like his servants because he's
Mm.
so strong. They're basically like his slaves, but he doesn't, like, obviously he's like not a bad guy or whatever, so he doesn't treat them like slaves. But yeah, so it's basically kind of like a world building isekai that's fairly wholesome and pretty interesting. But he doesn't actually get to the building of that world until I think maybe even the second season. It might not be until
Oh,
in the
really?
anime.
So
Yeah,
what
but
does the first season consist of? Is just like explaining everything that's about him, and then he.
so it's kind of like setting up him in the world.
Mhm.
So he kind of gets this companion in the first episode, and then after that, he kind of goes to this town. He finally reaches this human town, and he becomes like a merchant essentially, and
Mm.
he sells. I want to say he sells goods from his world or something. I can't remember exactly, but like he's
Oh,
the only one
okay.
who knows how to make them essentially. So he's like trying to become a merchant, and there's like a whole arc with that.
See
And
that
then
that
later
right
on, he
there. I
meets.
don't know if that's interesting to anybody else, but that what you just said, like having goods from his home world and like
Mhm.
having the knowledge on the other one to like build that.
Yeah,
That's interesting to me.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And then like I said, it kind of shifts into more of the slime. The time I was reincarnated to slime, which I don't know if you've seen that one, but
No,
essentially they both
assume that I
uh,
haven't seen
right.
anything.
That one's another isekai where a guy is reincarnated as a slime, and then he absorbs this dragon who he promises to release from the seal later on, and so he becomes really powerful, and then he starts basically like building up this monster village, and then interacts with all of these human and dwarven and other countries around him. So it's very similar to that in the sense that he's building up a community around himself.
Mm.
Um,
What
but
would
yeah, so
you give off? Let's start doing this with your anime manga. Let's do like a
okay,
1 out of 5 rating for that you'll give it. One being complete dog shit, and you can do like 1.5, like 2.5 or
okay.
whatever. So like 1 to 5, how would you rate the Moonlight?
So Moonlight, I would say I can't. I'm not gonna give a rating on the anime yet because
Mm-hmm.
it just started. The first episode seemed kind of short to me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so I'll tentatively give the anime a 7. But sorry, I'll give it a 6 for now, just because I think 6 is, we're on a 1 to 5, so that
What
would
1 to 5? I'm like,
right. That
damn,
would be
dude,
a
you
3.
really fucking like this.
That would be a 3.
Okay.
It's fine for now, but if it follows the manga's progression, it will get better. And I would give the manga like a slightly higher than a 3.5, so like a 3.75
Mm,
maybe. So like almost what would be like a high 7 or something, I guess, if you're on a 10 scale. Um,
that's
I'm going
decent.
I'm going off a 1 to 10 scale because I rate these all in my anime list.
Oh, okay, okay, go. Let's do 1 to 10 then, since you already have an
Okay.
anime list. Let's do one to
Uh,
ten. Cause, dude, cause Kenny actually told me that he got on the anime list thing, and he's like, dude, it's so addicting. Like, I want to read more, so like I can check off more shit.
yeah. After I start new series, I always go and give them like a tentative rating, and then usually I go back and try and adjust it based off of the ending.
Yeah.
but all of the scores on my list are currently fucked up because I had to remake my list. So I think I talked about this in a previous episode, but yeah, so like all of my ratings aren't like currently accurate, but
And why is
it's
that?
a
I
work in
forgot.
progress. Because I was just adding them all in off of like what anime I remember I'd watched, and some of them I
Oh,
had watched like years ago and couldn't quite give like a accurate rating on.
that's
So I
why
was
you
like,
said
that
tentatively
was probably
rating.
a 7. Right, exactly.
Yeah, I see what you're talking
Um,
about. Yeah.
but let's see. The other one that I was watching is kind of an isekai. It's not like transported to another world. It's more like transported into the past.
Oh,
Um, and it's basically based around. It's called Bokutachi no Remake or Remake Our Life. And
Bokutachi
it's
no
based
remake.
around it's based around this artist who worked at one company and it kind of fell through. The company went under. He was out of a job, moved back to his
Mm.
parents' place. Then he got a new one, got lucky, got a new job at a company he really liked. And then the project he was working on fell through, and then he got fired there. And
God
so he's like
damn.
back, he's down on his shit. He's like, damn, second time this happened, I'm just fucked. And he's like down on himself, and he's like, man, I really wish I could go back. And I wonder, or no, I think he just says, I wonder what it would have been like. It does this flashback of him deciding back in high school what college to go to, and he chose originally to go down like a more safe path, like a businessman path, rather than the art path, and that's why he got into art so late into his career, which is why he thinks it failed.
Mm.
And his generation, there's like these really good artists or something that are part of his generation that he wishes he could have uh, gone to because he got accepted to the school that they all went to.
Right.
And then so after all that happens, he wakes up and he's back at that moment where he made the decision. And he's like, oh shit,
I
this
want to
is
know
my
what the fuck
chance.
happened to make him go back. Like, what happened in that dream, or who put him under that dream? What
I don't
kind of
know.
technology?
It doesn't really explain why he goes back. It's kind of just a
They have to explain that in the
left
later
ambiguous.
chapters,
Yeah, I don't
right?
know. I haven't really read the manga. This is mostly just the anime that just started.
Yeah, that's
All
interesting
of these
though.
are anime that just started this summer. So like they only have like 1 to 2 episodes out.
Oh, okay.
Um,
See, I like that.
oh right. So Seirei Gensoki or Gensoki is Spirit Chronicles. It's another isekai. It's about this guy who dies in a car wreck. He made some promise with some girl when they were younger that they would, even through death, they would get married when they were older. But then he dies. So and is reborn, or his memories at least are transferred into this kid who is like living in the slums. And
You said his memories are?
yeah, it's like his memories. Like normally in an isekai, the character themselves are transferred or like reborn in a new world. However, in this one, it seems like the character that we're following in the other world still retained his own personality and conscience and just has the memories of the other guy or something. So
So
I'm
it's
not really sure what's happening with that yet.
so this slum kid is his own person,
Right.
and he just has memories of this other person. It's not like a fully enveloped new character, not new character. It's not the
It's not like a
guy's.
new body.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not like a new body with the guy's memories and the actual
Right.
guy.
Right.
It's like
It's
that's
like
weird. It's just the memories that he's uh yeah, I
yeah,
don't know the
and
word.
it was kind of interesting, and that's kind of why uh, I'm interested to see where it goes. Is because both of the characters have like clearly defined goals. Like the
Yeah.
one or the one he was reincarnated in, I guess. So I guess I'll say whenever the character is first introduced in the new world, uh, some guy walks in and it's like, ah, we thought you were going to kick the bucket from that fever or something like that. So maybe it was possible that like he died and then was saved by the other guy being reincarnated or something. I'm not really sure. But
Mm,
anyway, Rio is the name of the kid who is like living in the slums. So that's
yeah.
the character. That's like the main character that we're following in the series. And he's like he wants to get revenge for his mother, which they haven't really given a backstory on what the deal is with that yet. We just know that he wants revenge. And then the character that was isekai'd has that promise with that other person
Yeah,
that
with
they're
the
supposed to get married or whatever, like whenever they're adults, even through death is what they said.
even through
And now that
death.
he's dead, yeah, and now that he's dead, I mean, I guess we're gonna see what happens with that. So
That's interesting. That really is.
yeah, so I'm curious to see where it goes. Like I said, there's only really 1 episode left or out. I mean,
Yeah.
so we'll see where that goes. I tentatively gave that one a uh, I gave it a 7, but I would give it like a 7.5. Just because I feel like if the series continues to be as strong as the first episode, it'll probably be an 8.
Yeah. It's
like I
looking
said,
good. Like the
I really
anime,
like isekais, so.
yeah, like the anime you explain has like strong first episodes. It seems,
For sure.
but I
Yeah.
mean the whole challenge, continuing it and making it good.
Yeah, for sure. I
Cynical
feel like
optimism.
yeah, cynical optimism. I feel like I start a lot of series and then end up dropping a lot of series. So, like I said, we'll see where
I
they
mean
go.
that's just how it goes, man. I mean
For sure.
it's just if it's not good, I mean you can't force yourself to fucking watch something or
Right,
read
right.
it.
I usually try and give any series that I start, I usually try and go by like a rule of three. I'll
Hmm.
usually give them 3 episodes before I drop them. Because if you haven't convinced me that you're worth watching by 3 episodes, I mean, I feel like you're not worth watching.
Right, right.
And the reason I did that is because actually there's an anime called Black Butler that
I've
is
heard
kind
of
of
that. Yeah.
it's the first episode I'll say, and that one is just absolutely terrible. And I haven't watched it. I probably watched it in middle school, so I don't actually remember how terrible it is. But my memory of it is that I watched the first episode, dropped it, and then like months later saw some people talking about how good it was, and I was like, "What? There's no way that first episode was complete shit." And then like went and watched the second and third episodes, and was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty good." So ever since then, I've been giving it like a rule of three. Like I watch 3 episodes and drop it or keep watching it at that point. Uh, but anyway, the next series that I wanted to mention was I just watched this one yesterday.
Hmm.
It is called The Detective Is Already Dead or Tante wa Mo Shinderu.
Tante, wait, Tante da,
Tante
Tante,
Tante wa
Tante wa,
Mo
Tante wa mo,
Shinderu.
Shindiru,
Shinderu. Like
Shindiru.
the meme line.
Yeah,
Uh what is it? It's like
I know what you're talking about. I don't know. Oh,
I'm blanking on it, but he says Mo Shinderu, like you're already dead.
Yeah,
In the line, but yeah, so it's called The Detective Is Already Dead, and it had this crazy first episode where the main character's like essentially this like trouble magnet is how he describes himself, where trouble always finds him,
yeah.
and he's like it starts off with like this random person kidnaps him and it's like, all right, you got to bring this random briefcase on this plane,
Hmm.
and so he's like, all right, guess I have to do this, and they're like, otherwise we'll kill you or something. I don't remember what they said,
Right.
but so he's on this plane, and then while they're on the plane, over the intercoms, there's like, is there a detective on board? And essentially, the person sitting next to the main character is like, I'm a detective. And then, so he follows the detective, and she's like, do you want to be my sidekick? And he's like, sure, I guess. And
Mm.
so they go and like try and prevent this plane jacking. Um, and then so it goes. It's that first episode was like an hour long or something like that, and it goes through this whole thing that makes you really like this detective that he's following, and like they agree. The whole first episode is basically her trying to convince him to be her sidekick,
Yeah.
um, and he kind of figures out through the episode that it's basically just her using him as like bait, essentially, since he attracts trouble. She's gonna use him to like find cases and solve them.
Yeah.
And
Oh
he's
shit.
not quite sure how he feels about that. By the end of the first episode, she convinces him to be her sidekick, and then the very last thing in the episode is that line. He says, "Tante wa mo shinderu," like she's already dead. The detective that we just followed through that entire episode is already dead apparently. So I don't really know where the fuck this
Okay.
show is
What?
gonna go.
What?
But like they made me feel all these things for this detective and this dynamic between the detective
And then
and
they
the
just
main
dropped that
character,
on you.
and they just dropped that on you. I was like, wait, what?
Like, wait,
So
all my feelings. She's dead.
yeah,
Shit.
so I don't know what to expect from that one. I tentatively have it as an 8 because I really enjoyed the first episode.
I would have
But
enjoyed that twist a lot. Like I would have
yeah,
probably had it at like a 5 or like a 5.5. But like after that
uh,
twist, I'll be okay. What
yeah,
the fuck?
it was
Okay.
really good because like it wasn't super special. It was mostly just the interactions between the characters. It's like
Yeah.
listed as a mystery anime on the show, or on the like my anime list as like its genre,
Yeah.
but there wasn't really any mystery to it. It was more of just like the detective being like, this is how I knew what everything was wrong, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it's just
okay,
like the
that's one of
mystery is
those.
like her job as a detective is like mystery, I guess,
Right.
right?
Well, I guess now it's going to be that she's dead or something. I
Yeah,
don't really
yeah.
know.
I don't
Um,
fuck.
like I said, it wasn't really that good until they dropped that on me, and I was like, oh shit, because
Yeah, like
I
there's
was probably feeling
something.
like a 6 up until that point, and then I was like, oh wait, there might be more here.
Yeah, like there's
So
more to it that's not
right,
just a detective and a
right,
trouble magnet fighting cases.
yeah. So
Like
we'll see what
she's dead.
happens. Yeah,
Like, how the
she's
fuck?
apparently dead. I don't know what happened between then and you know
Or
her being dead,
maybe he's
but
dead, and he's reaching out through the ether, and he's trying to convince himself.
he's
I
a
don't know.
spooky ghost. I have no idea.
Just
Yeah,
throwing shit out there.
yeah. Who knows? Like I said, I only saw the first episode. And it was pretty interesting. Piqued my interest at the end, so we'll see where it goes. Eight actually might have been too strong. I'd probably say a 7 actually. Is what I would give it, based off of how like generic the. So it starts off really strong, and then there's like this generic interlude part where they're like in a high school or whatever doing some stuff, and
How
that
much
part
did you
was
not
not as
enjoy
great.
that?
It was the intro was like a 8, and then that section of it was like a 5 or 6, and then the
Oof.
ending brought it back up to like an 8. So I
Yeah,
was
like
like,
averaged
so it's
out.
probably like so probably like a 7.
Yeah.
I would say. Um, but yeah, so those are the ones that I've been watching recently, and I'm looking forward to in this upcoming season. And then I wanted to mention one other thing, which was Anime Gensho. The last time we did a episode with him,
Yeah.
recommended Wonder Egg Priority, and I've been sleeping on it for a while. And I just started watching it. I think I watched like 6 episodes a few days ago, like
And wait,
just in one session.
what do you? Oh, okay. So you like it?
So it's really good. It's really
Yeah.
good. It's basically about these girls who had like their best friends commit suicide by some way or another, and essentially it's like this like battle anime almost, where they have to go and fight the girl, like a physical manifestation of these people who committed suicide's trauma.
Oh,
And
oh, that's unique. I
it's
like
actually it's
that.
really good. It's really good. And the other part of it is that there's these like guys who like, or not guys, they're like puppets or something, I don't know what they are,
Yeah.
basically tell them, hey, if you save however many people, I think it's like 100 or 1,000 or something like that, then we will bring your friend who committed suicide back to life.
So they
So
have a
that's like the
choice
whole.
to do that or actually fight the trauma, or
No. Like they have to fight all of these people's trauma. So they get these things that are called the Wonder Eggs. That's why it's called Wonder Egg
uh-huh.
Priority. And then whenever they get them, whenever you fall asleep with a Wonder Egg, you wake up in some area that's related to their personal trauma.
Oh
So in the case
God,
of the main
dude.
character, it's like her school. Because she was like a shut-in before this because her friend committed suicide, and then she also was personally like harassed at school. So anyway, she wakes up, and then you throw the egg, and then out of it comes the person who committed suicide, and you have to basically keep them alive until you can defeat their trauma, whatever it is.
Holy shit, dude, that's
And
so dope.
dude, it's really good. I was not expecting it at all. When he recommended it to me, I like looked up the I think like a promotional video of it,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, it looks kind of interesting. I'll watch it at some point. And then I watched like the first episode a few days ago, and I was like, oh, I've been sleeping on this show. So
What-
solid. Shout out to Anime Gensho. Solid recommendation there.
Shout out Anime Gensho. You're gonna be on. You're gonna be on soon. Very, very,
Yeah.
very soon.
I
Because
gotta finish the show before then. So.
well, we
So
have
talk about
Kenny wants to come on and he wants to discuss Hunter x Hunter.
Oh yeah, has he finished it?
Henry wants to come on because he's 100 chapters into One Piece.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was reading it. I
So
didn't know
we
he
have
was up
we have a lot of new features, a lot of new things coming.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to close off on just like a gaming update because
Okay.
is there like any specific game besides your fucking fiending World of Warcraft raids that you've been
I
delving
haven't
into?
actually been playing any games for like the past ever since I started looking for a job.
Mhm.
I haven't really been playing anything.
Dude, because I
Um,
started getting into Fallout 76 was for sale for
Really?
$10, and
Oh
I
wow, they're
looked,
really desperate at this
dude,
point, I
I
guess.
looked at all the updates, and there's just so much. I'm like, okay, like, one
Has
more.
PvP improved? That's my
Well,
that's the question.
I play those games weird. I like just
Okay.
solo playing and just like doing the missions just like a single player and just like
Right.
build. I'm obsessed with building bases. So I fiend on it. I don't know, like upgrading my weapons. I don't have to play with anybody. I could just focus on just doing that and just like fighting bosses by myself because I'm like, I don't fucking need anybody. I can do this shit by myself. Fuck you. So
Right.
that's how I play, and
Okay.
it's definitely it's worth maybe $20-$30. $30 at the
Okay.
very most. And I mean, I got it for 10. I did
It's
spend
definite improvement though, it sounds like.
and they just dropped a 5 gig update on the Brotherhood of Steel that came out
Ooh.
yesterday. So like a
Brotherhood
5
of
gig
Steel, you
update on a
say?
game that's like a few years old. So I mean, shit.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like a whole bunch of updates, like good like you can now craft legendary items, which you should have been able to do in the fucking first place, because that's regular Fallout 4 single player shit. But anyway, they're making tremendous headway, and I've been into this routine lately where I'm picking up old shitty games and then just like reinvigorating my love for them, like I did with the No Man's Sky.
Right.
No Man's Sky is
right.
good now. After how fucking long?
Yeah, right.
It should have
after
released the
horrible
beginning of
launch,
this
yeah.
year, or the end of last year.
Right. Yeah. Man,
But yeah, I've just been
good to hear
fiending.
that the developers like stayed up with the game though and improved it at least.
Yeah, that I was very hyped because I my first like 5 hours I was like, you can actually fucking play this game now. Like there are NPCs now, which is insane to say that they didn't have NPCs. There are NPCs
I
now.
forgot about that.
That was a whole
There's
thing.
NPCs in the game now?
They never had.
Yeah, it was like little robots that you interacted with.
Yeah,
that,
and it was
didn't
just
say
like
anything.
notes and
That was just, like,
terminal
shots.
messages.
Yeah.
And now
okay,
there's
that's a
actually
pretty big
people you
change.
can have companions. You can set up shops for your companions. You can do a whole fuck ton of shit that you couldn't do before. It's good now.
Interesting.
Now.
Yeah, I might look into it. I assume that's on the Steam summer sale.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was on sale before the summer
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So I don't know, because I remember I paid $13 total for it. But shout out
Interesting.
Fallout 76. Shout out Anime Gensho.
For sure.
They need to hop on a new episode. But I need to close this episode out because I think the Suns are actually in the middle of a game right now.
Oh, shit.
Suns game 2. Let me 14-9 first quarter, 6 minutes and 52 seconds.
Fuck CP3.
Shout
Bucks all
out to the
way.
Suns. Dude,
Fuck the Suns.
fuck the Bucks.
Giannis all the way.
Giannis
baby.
is gonna
Recruit.
hyperextend both of his fucking knees tonight.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Don't speak that into existence, okay? Dude.
Hyperextend, dude. At the whole last game, I was like, "How's that knee, baby? How's that knee, Giannis?"
Damn, bro. Let's see. What is going on here? Okay.
14.
Giannis got 6 points right now. Okay, it's looking pretty decent so
Nah,
far.
fuck the Bucks. Fuck
Dude,
the Bucks.
fuck you, bro. We'll see what happens though. We'll see.
Oh,
what
we'll
happens.
see though. A repeat of the first fucking game is about to be the entire series.
Oh, is that right?
Dude,
I guess-
do you know who steps onto the court? Because it's not Chris Paul, it's Cliff Paul from State Farm. Because whenever Cliff Paul is on the court, bruh, everything's calm. Everything is all according to plan. Chris Paul actually worries.
Oh man.
I stole that bit from Shannon. From
Oh.
dude, he made that. He's like, whenever CP3 walks down that court, it ain't Chris. That was not Chris last night. That was Cliff. Cliff came out of that halftime locker room and showed everybody whose business.
Oh man, dude, the Suns are actually pretty good. I was talking to one of my other friends the other day, and he was like, "Oh man, both the teams in the finals suck." I was like, "Dude, you're not even watching. You don't even know."
Dude, it's just that whole. I mean, we can keep talking about this, but I want to wrap up with this. People are gonna keep saying, because LeBron and because Curry aren't in it, and because Durant isn't in it, and because of the whole injury thing. But you know what I say to that, bro? That's all a part of strategy. That's how they overplayed their players. That's how players get hurt. And that's why they got hurt. Maybe manage your fucking team a little better and you'd be farther in the playoffs.
Right.
Because
Don't
if you look
rely
at the
on one
Suns and you
player
look at the
carrying.
Bucks, they're very well oil greased machines. Like they have so many people that can show up and show out for them.
For sure.
Manage
I
your
would say
team,
probably
bitch.
the Suns more so than the Bucks at this point. I would say Giannis is very much trying to put the Bucks on his back.
Yes,
still,
I will say that about game 1. The Bucks looked very sporadic.
Yeah.
It didn't.
But we'll pick it up. They'll pick it up. Don't worry.
Dude, they ain't gonna. They don't have it in them. They ain't got it in them, bitch.
Dude, fuck.
I'm gonna see.
at the
I'm
end
gonna
of the
see a fucking backwards knee tonight.
night. No, dude, I was so scared when I saw that. I was like,
Dude,
oh,
that looked-
no, Giannis.
I texted Tyler. I'm like, dude, Giannis is out for like 5 years. That
Dude,
looked.
yeah, I thought he was done.
Because whenever he came down, like initially you saw the whole knee bend back,
Dude, yeah,
and then he
his
came
knee-
down and he was like yelling and screaming in pain. And the announcers during the live game was like, "Oh, I can't even look. I can't even look."
Dude, I'm shocked that he was able to play in game 1, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be out for like the rest of the playoffs.
Dude,
let alone, like, play the
imagine the money they put into
finals.
like keeping their players healthy. That I guarantee you they have like batches of like stem cells that they inject into like their knees and their ankles and shit. LeBron, your shoulder hurts? Stem cell research comes in handy.
LeBron does some crazy shit. We could go on about this.
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
while,
yeah. But we got to close out the episode. Let me refresh and see 14-12. Suns are climbing up the ladder in the first quarter. All right, but on that note, I love Cliff Paul. He's about to show up and show out. Suns in 4, bitch. Thank
Dude,
y'all for
fuck
listening.
Chris Paul, no way.
Thank y'all for listening to another fantastic episode of the Weebing with Wes podcast. And Dak Attack with the Mac in the back of the sack will lead us out on the Gazy Had beat that I specifically paid for, and because it's amazing.
True. Heck, you putting out some fire beats.
Fire bars. And then we're gonna let this go for maybe a minute, and then I'll end it. Oh God, 16-12. 18-12. Shit. The Bucks. Giannis. The robot knee, bro. Dude, I guarantee you they amputated his whole leg and then they like replaced it.
Replaced it with a cybernetic.
It's a cybernetic replacement.
Oh my God, dude. He just must have gotten so lucky.
Yeah, no, seriously. But okay, I'll catch you later.